Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Hujin Feist, and today I'm going to be breaking down my 1.16 official 2x2 average that I got this past weekend at Washington Qualifiers 24. This average currently ranks me 11th in the world and 3rd in North America, and I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, let's get straight to it. This was the first scramble. The solve was a 0.86. I saw we could either insert with on white with RU2 R prime into this EG1 case, or we could hold it from here into U2 R prime F prime R, and we get this EG1 case. And I know an alg that cancels for this angle, but what I ended up going with was I first looked on blue. I saw we could do R into this LS case, which is pretty nice, or we can do F prime, and we end up with this pretty nice LS case, and we can finish up with a U prime AUF. And all this LS case is if you just solve this layer intuitively, you'd end up with the LS skip with a U prime AUF. So my full solution was I held it here to F prime, R, U2, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime. This was the second scramble. The solve was 1.82. I was kind of struggling to find something that I was happy with in the scramble. I first saw we could do 3 moves on blue into this EG2 case. I also tried playing around with white a little bit, like solving the EG1 layers differently, but I wasn't really finding anything too great. So what I ended up going with was I saw on red we could pair up this bar in one move, but I noticed that we can actually just do U2 R prime before, and then we set up this kind of alright LS case in some circumstances. Here it wasn't that great, but I ended up going with it because this was the best thing I could find officially. So my full solution officially was I held it here into U2, R prime, U2. Then all this LS case is if we just do R prime, F2, R, we end up with this pretty nice TCLL. So I just finished with U2, R prime, F, R, U prime, R prime, F, R, U prime. And now if I would have got that scramble, I probably would have done the same sort of layer building on, on red. I see we can do like, or what I'd probably do now is I would do the same red layer with R prime, but then I'd do U F prime. Then we set up to this pretty nice LS case, which in reality all those LS case is if we just inserted this piece, we would end up with anti-Nicholas with no UF. So that's what I probably would have done now if I got the scramble, but yeah, it doesn't really matter anyway because it was the worst solve. This was the third scramble. The solve was a 0.95. I saw we could do 3 moves into this really nice EG1, and there's no UF. I also saw we could do 4 moves into this EG1 case, which is not too great. And then I checked doing like R F prime if we could set up to this TCLL, but this is a pretty bad case. And I also, last thing I checked was I saw on yellow we can do like F U2R to set up to this LS case, but this is a pretty bad case. So eventually I just went back on blue doing the basic EG1 solution, R2 U prime R, and then I just went into this pretty nice spammy EG1 alg with no UF. This was the fourth scramble. The solve was a 1.03. I first saw we could do R2 into this TCLL case with the UAUF. And then after that, I really didn't look at any other colors that much. I quickly did like scan. We could do like this, and we get this LAG, and we can actually cancel into an alg. But I didn't really like that. And then I thought about doing, when I found this TCLL solution, we could like set up to like sort of like an LL skip by doing RU prime RU, R2U, R prime U2. But I don't really like that as much as just the basic TCLL. So my full solution was I held it here, did R2U, RU, R prime, U prime, RU, R prime, U2. This was the last scramble. The solve was a 148. I first saw we could insert with U2, R prime, F prime, R into this EG1, and we can cancel into it, and that gives an 8-move solution. I also saw we could do R prime, F prime, R into the same spammy EG1 as the third solve, and there's a UAUF. And then I also did check doing like F prime, RU, R prime, and we could kind of set up to like an EG1 LS thing to where I know whenever we have like this insert into this PBL, we can do like that. But I don't really like that too much as some of the other solutions. So I eventually settled on red. I just inserted with R prime, F prime, R, U2. Then I finished up with this EG1 alg. And I was not too mad at myself for not really doing the 8-mover here because it felt a little bit awkward executing that officially, or not executing that officially, but just the 2 U2s, and you have to regrip here for this if you want it to be like nice kind of. But I eventually just went with a sort of TPS spammy solution, but sadly it didn't really work out in my favor because I locked up a little bit on this solve. But overall, I'm still very happy with this average. Like I said, it ranks me 11th in the world, 3rd in North America, so I'm quite happy with that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.